Does your YouTube plan make sense? Hey there folks, welcome back to the Photo Video Show where we explore all things. On today's program, I'm talking about sense, video sense. You might be asking yourself, well, what the heck is video sense? I'm telling you right now, it is a key tool to have in your toolbox if you happen to be on YouTube. I mean, let's be honest. The wave of the future is video. Everyone is getting into video. If you're not in the video, if you're not putting out any kind of content that involves video, you are done. But I gotta be honest, just putting video out there on the internet, it doesn't always mean that someone's gonna watch your stuff. So instead of me yammering on about what video sense is, I'm just gonna show you. You guys are ready? Let's get started. All right, so first up, some stats. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. It processes more than 3 billion searches a month. It is bigger than Bing, Yahoo, Ask, and AOL combined, and 1 billion unique monthly visitors. Nearly 1 out of every 2 internet users are on YouTube right now. Essentially what this means is that you've got to figure out who your audience is, what your content is, and how to make sure that you convert those views into subscribers. So that's pretty much where video sense comes in. Because I'm a photography and videography channel, most of the time what I'm gonna be looking for is stuff that relates to photography. So you start off with the Discover tab. I want to know where the views are going as far as it relates to photography. Basically what the Discover tab does is it gives you other types of keywords that you would, make sure that you integrated into your videos to make sure that you got that traffic. But here's the thing. You would think that you would want to pick from all these top ones, at least the top 10 or 20, but here's what I find. You've got this huge list, and I usually try and look at everything that's about 30% or under. So if I start right here, we're looking at how and to are the next best words. DSLR would be next. So a lot of these words just don't get much attention. So what I would almost rather do is instead of looking at all of these words up here up top and using those, which are the most popular ones, that's where all the competition is at. If you really want to sort of make good use of all the different words out there that aren't being exploited as much, start looking down here toward the bottom. Find some of these words and start using those in your videos. But let's go ahead and start up here at the top anyway. So I'm going to use the first word of photography, and then what we're going to do is we're going to check out the traffic. This essentially lets me know that over the last month, how many times that this particular word has been searched for on YouTube. What it does is it kind of shows you where exactly the market is at and how much relative traffic you can essentially expect. So photography is a very niche sort of market, so we're not going to get millions and millions of views. What I want to do is I want to be realistic about the amount of traffic that I'm going to get and look at if there are roughly 254,000 views, more than likely, if you've got a good channel and you've done all the work, you're roughly going to get about 1/10 of that, around 10%. So if I got 2,545 views per month on this particular keyword, using that keyword, I'd be totally cool with that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the channels that have basically cornered the market on photography for about the last 30 days. And all I have to do is kind of go through and look here at the channels and where they rank as far as that keyword goes. What I want to do is I want to see, okay, he's got the top spot with that word. And so what I want to do is I want to start kind of figuring out why or how or what words that he's using. And I can go to the rankings and I can see here that under the tags, I just hover over it. Those are the keywords that has gotten him to the #1 spot. But it also lets me know all the words that he's not using. Metrics, how many views each of these channels are getting. And if you look down here, you've got 1 through 20. In the rankings, you've got 1 through 20. And these are the metrics for the 1st through the 20th. Okay, so I can see which channels are getting the most views out of each and every one of the channels. I can find out how many likes each of the channels are getting. I can see the percentage of likes. I can see how many comments that each of those videos are getting. And I can also see the age of each of those videos. You've got to look at video sense as an investigation tool. an investigation tool that will essentially help you discover the untapped parts of the YouTube searches that aren't being targeted. It can also be a great tool to kind of see where maybe you ought to be making videos. If these words aren't being addressed enough by the other players with that keyword, maybe you should take some time out to create some genuinely good content about these different keywords that aren't being even looked at by these other content creators. So there you have it, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Please share and like and maybe even subscribe. That would be awesome. So I'm your host, Mark Puckett. Thanks again for stopping right here at the Photo Video Show, and I will see you guys again on the next one.